and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the UL Monroe Warhawks, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Longhorns will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the UL Monroe Warhawks offense going to get the chance to start this game off. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape, because that was not great. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game, Jesse? Make it easy. Get them in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give them a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put this losing streak to another digit in the column.
Yeah, I agree. I think there was two big things. I think, one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force the big play to happen when there were other completions to be had. So he's just got to do a better job being patient. And I think the guys around him also have to step up as well. They need to run the football. They need to get that controlled passing game going on early to get into a rhythm, as you said, to help this guy get into a good headspace here early and turn the page from what happened the last time.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
Well, it's not quite the start this offense wanted to have on third down. It's their first opportunity. That one falls incomplete. They're going to have to be better on those critical downs as this game goes on.
The Warhawks will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. The Longhorns offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like, you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Might as well give it to him again. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. The give to the tailback. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Looking downfield, it's Connor. Snagged in the middle. It's Silver. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Going to sling it on second down. Quarterback now breaking the field. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you've got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Uriel Monroe has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. From the gun, running back gets to give. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. From the gun, wants to pass. He's open on the right. Out to 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. And the Warhawks will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Wide open downfield. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man. There he goes. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
And because the receiver was able to drive back to the QB on that curl route against man coverage, he was able to create a little bit of separation between him and the defender, and that was a big key in getting that 1st down.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And after that 1st quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Defense in press coverage. The running back has it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the 1st down. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. The give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Warhawks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. push it downfield. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Warhawks!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Here comes the Texas offense. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. Dropping back, it's Connor. Throws to the tight end. Working that left side. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. Here comes the heat. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Sends it back in motion. Back to pass. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, the defense knows that they're going to have to go horizontal sideline to sideline to stop this offense. Nice job rallying to the running back who catches that swing pass out on the perimeter.
Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Looking downfield on first down. Gets it to the back. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now second down. They just keep firing. Makes the grab. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And the Longhorns have it in scoring position on... Into the end zone he goes! Touchdown, Texas! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down. He'll pull it down and run. At the 35, he's loose. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Gets rid of it. He's got it. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking left. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop.
Turning it on. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Connor. Got it in the middle with Silver. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Longhorns in the hurry-up. To the air on first down. Unloads it left. It's caught downfield. He found his man and zipped it in there, and they've got a first down in the red zone at the 11. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Flushed out of the pocket. Touchdown, Longhorn! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
UL Monroe has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down two possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
There's the pressure. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really...
He'll loft one deep down the left side. Makes a grab at the 25, and there's room. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Warhawks with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. He makes a grab. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. He'll pull it on the read. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Wants to go up top. Touchdown, UL Monroe. Quick strike through the air for the score.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. He's got great speed. Got a little room. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a
so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So that one will put his name in the record books. You can't have a longer return in college football. 100 yards for 6. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The offense has had enough. They'll take a knee and wrap up this first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far from Austin today. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with him.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Going for the big play. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect. At the perfect time right there.
Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. The Longhorns now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to throw, it's Connor. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Got his man on the right. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Dances away. Bought a little time, lets it go. Caught near the sticks. It's Silver. Just outside the red zone. If they pick up the first down, they'll spot it at the 22. And the Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Longhorns can really attack on this second and short. They'll run play action. Makes the grab. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. And the Longhorns will try to punch it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Still looking on the move. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. Absolutely center cut. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's going to let it go. Pulls it in on the left. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
I would love to sit here and tell you that was the greatest play call ever, and the offensive coordinator is a genius. I think that was some really bad defense.
The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Pressure coming. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Here comes 2nd down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds. He'll be short of the 1st down. The Warhawks heading quickly to the line. Wants to keep it in the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. No good. That one may sting a little, guys. Instead of getting it down to 10, feeling good about things, still a 13-point lead. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. To throw, it's Connor. Firing to the right, complete. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. swapping ends of the field. They gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Looking to throw for it. Finds his tight end. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The Longhorns have their offense in high gear. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Longhorns line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. They would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. UL Monroe has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. A blown opportunity, missing that short field goal on the last drive, and now they'll try to put something on the board here. Bringing the heat. Pucks it out of the air. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And they can't make the connection on third down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. Hold. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Got his man downfield. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
And even trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last third down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. He wants to throw it again. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down? And the Warhawks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. The Warhawks want to pick up the tempo. And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions, and he's been accurate throwing the football all game long.
They'll go to the ground. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And it's incomplete. He was looking to the end zone and trying to get 6. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. It's complete. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. He's looking to pass. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. And the D denied him on 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther. If they can pay off this 3rd and goal opportunity, man, oh man, those collars start. Touchdown, Warhawks! Fitted in the window for the score. So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now
got to give him a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help with the defense.
and he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
And this defense and their team, honestly, has just built some momentum here in this fourth quarter, man. And I'm interested to see this offense and if they can respond, if they can be physical, if they can run the football, they can make some plays here in this fourth quarter.
Makes the catch. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Connor. Going over the top. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Give to the back. Runs through a tackle. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Longhorns are on the move. Looking to throw on first down. He slings it deep to the left. And he's got it at the 15-yard line. They get him corralled, and not until he's in the red zone, they'll mark it at the 14. After that huge play, right back at him on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, give on the inside. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
Really nice job by the running back here in the fourth quarter, picking up that first down. They need him now. They've got the lead, but not by a lot. Late in him, they need him to play his best football at a moment.
They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock. If you score, go up by 2 possessions. Nail, meet, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Going right to work up top. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Stopped him at... But that's a big pickup of 15. Double time, hustling to the line. They spike it to stop the clock. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Takes the easy completion. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Running through contact. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. To the line quickly. They'll spike it to save some time. On the play. Second down coming up. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Wants to go up top. Throwing right. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. In this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. With the clock running, this should be the final play. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity.